Greetings, people of the internet. This is Cardiacs again, and guess what? There's another video. Okay, so I don't know where I got this idea, I guess, but it's pretty simple. I wanted kind of thought of a few different other options that I could have gone with, but I ended up wanting to do something really cute. I found a webcomic recently, and it just made me really want to work on my own webcomic again. And I just the webcomic that I've got in progress somewhat, sort of, maybe, I might restart it because I kind of want to redo it in color, like flat color anyway. Regardless, I wanted to do something with the two main characters of the webcomic, and they are Cavita and Annalise. So, the idea for this was that I simply just wanted something really cute, and then just the thought of them going to some kind of fundraiser for the children's home that they live in, the orphanage, whatever. They probably would attend and they'd have to dress up, so they'd be wearing dresses. And in Annalise's case, since she's tall, she'd be probably wearing flats, and since Cavita is small, she'd probably be wearing heels. And of course, by the end of the night, her feet would be killing her, so then she'd ask Annalise if she could carry her home, and that's how this came about. I wanted to do a bit more detail on Annalise's dress, but I ended up thinking that maybe it was just fine as it was. I didn't really want their dresses to be too detailed, but on Annalise's dress just seemed a little bit too simple. Regardless, I left it as it was, and I'd like to say that I had fun with this, and I kind of did. I was kind of trying to rush it so that I could have something done today, and I feel like I could have made it a lot better. For example, I could have done a background of like a city street or something, but that's okay. I didn't have a lot of time today because I went out to hang out with a friend. She actually had time because of her busy work schedule to have a friend day, so I jumped on that chance. So I didn't have a whole lot of free time. That's why this video is quite a bit late. It's still going to count though, because I did work on some of this before I went to bed last, but of course I didn't spend quite enough time. Of course, I tried to make it. I kept trying to do that thing where you tell yourself, I'll stop and do this other thing once I get to this one part, and then when you get to that part, you're like, I'm going to get to this other part, and then I'll stop and go do the other thing. And I kept doing that, and then eventually I told myself, enough is enough. I'm going to finish this one thing, and I'm going to get off and go to bed. And I finally made myself do it. It took ages, though. I lost track of time so easily because I really don't time myself. And whenever I do time myself, it usually feels like it doesn't take as long as it actually does. So, yeah. It's probably a good thing though, because if it took longer in my head than it did in real life, then that would mean that I didn't like it. I'd be like counting the minutes until I was done. So I guess it's a good thing that time seems to fly a little bit when I work. So yeah, I really do hope that I will actually do the webcomic because it's an old project. I started it ages ago and I didn't get too far. I got like maybe 3 pages in, and yeah, I'm proud of myself for starting it. I'm a little sad that I didn't get very far though. Of course, I've got time. I hope to work on it, and then that's one thing I can do for videos is record my working on the webcomic. Yeah, promotion. Anyway, I think I'll link what I have so far in the description below. I don't know. If I don't, then oh well. In the next video, I guess, possibly. I got some more art supplies today. It wasn't really anything too wasn't too expensive because most of the things I got were on the clearance section, but still I have a weakness. I always buy the things I really don't need. But I was thinking that I got a lot of things that I could use to make really cute little sketchbooks, little mini ones. So I was thinking possibly if I got good at making them, then maybe I could sell them on Etsy or someplace. Maybe I'll have my own website. I've got a friend who can design one for me. I've just got to be able to afford the uh, the upkeep. But also got to be able to afford to pay her. So I'm not gonna expect her to work for free. If she decided she wanted to work for free, I mean, hey, that'd be nice. But I mean, myself as an artist, I know how people expect to get stuff for free if it's some kind of intellectual property, I guess, maybe. People just don't understand that artwork is, it takes a lot of time and a lot of work and a lot of practice in order to do it, just like other jobs. Because like when you start any kind of job, typically you're going to spend some time being trained to do whatever you're expected to do. And essentially the same goes for artists, except a lot of artists spend their time figuring out how to work on their own. They don't have anyone training them, so they have to figure stuff out on their own. That's pretty much how I learned. Most of what I know is essentially from trial and error, just learning as I went. And sometimes I've learned from a video or something, but most of it, it's all me. It's all trial and error, all observation. Yeah. So in a way, artists kind of deserve a little more gratitude, at least. I know that one commission, I guess, could easily go up into the hundreds depending on the details wanted. And then people get mad and try to trick the artists into giving them it for free. And that's just terrible. That's thievery. It just makes me sad. It's like people work really hard to get things done, and then when those people that claim that they have the money ready, they just say, hey, I can't afford this. I mean, it's fine if you really can't afford it, but if you ask that you can have whatever you ordered for free, that's just terrible, really. Like, a lot of artists will probably feel sorry for you and they'll want to help you, but we don't get paid a lot because every single work we do takes a lot of time and effort. And the prices are typically lower than they need to be. So trying to pay for things is difficult. And bills and prices for stuff adds up quite a bit, just like it does for other people. And for people who can't do anything other than artwork, like me, for example, the only thing I'm really good at is art. So trying to do anything else, I would just be absolutely miserable. And I'm just terrified that someone's going to do everything in their power to steal my stuff. And in a way, it's kind of already happened because I've seen other sites using my images, and that's thievery. I didn't give anyone any permission to put my artwork on anything of theirs. So I wish there was just a way I could make it stop somehow. I'm sure other artists wish they could too, but I guess the best that we can do is just raise awareness. In any case, I needed to do some brainstorming for these to figure out the depth of their personalities. Because, for example, Annalise is kind of a quiet, grouchy character. Kavita is bubbly and friendly and just generally really sweet to everybody. But what really makes a character interesting, in my opinion at least, is all the little smaller details that add up to make their personality. For example, their favorite drink. Can they survive without coffee? And how do they feel in crowds? And do they thrive on social interaction? Things like that. Like the basic traits are fine, but yeah. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you like this, please comment, share, like, and subscribe, please. If not, I'm sorry. Uh, thanks again, and well, bye.